All right, hi guys, welcome to Animal Encounters. We got another fun animal that we're going to learn about today. But very first, I want to review with you a little bit about reptiles. So, if you can remember stuff about reptiles, we've talked about the tortoise and the turtle. And that is all that I have taught about on our recording so far. But let's review about some reptiles. All right, all reptiles have a backbone, right? We learned about that. All reptiles are ectotherm. So what does that mean? It means they are cold-blooded. Their bodies are all covered in scales. They have ear holes instead of ears, and reptiles breathe using lungs, and most reptiles lay eggs. All right, knowing that, a little recap on our reptiles. Let's see what reptile we are going to learn about today. Let me go ahead and turn this on. Here we go, lizards. We are going to be learning about the reptile lizards. And there's a few that we are going to look into today. And I have a couple fun videos for you to see as well. So the reptile, the lizard. So we learned a little bit about reptiles, what they do. In nature, they have scales, they're cold-blooded, or the word ectotherm, right? Ectotherm. Yes, there we go. I said it right. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Okay, lizards are in the class called Reptilia, which is a word for reptiles, and in the order of Squamata, which also includes snakes. There are over 6,000 lizard species that are found all over the world except for the cold polar regions. Lizards live on land. Many do not like water and spend much of the day in it. Why does that sound like that does not make sense to me? Okay, well, lizards don't love water. They like dry areas, so they're going to spend most of their time on land. I think there's a little typo on that. Sorry about that. Okay. In the United States, there are only two species of venomous lizards. They are the Gila monster and the Mexican bearded lizard. Their venom is not powerful enough to kill a human, but it can cause severe pain. So we've got a little video here. I'm going to go ahead and show you this video. Okay, next we have lizards can be as small as 1.6 centimeters long to as large as 11 feet long, depending on the species. They may live anywhere from 1 year to 30 years. The Komodo dragon is the largest lizard, and it is only seen in the Komodo Islands of Indonesia. And the adults are generally 10 to 11 feet in length, and they are so powerful that even animals bigger than their size, they succumb to death if attacked by them. They have such a strong jaw, and they have a very toxic saliva. So those are huge, huh? Kind of a fun thing to look at. Look at those tongues, it's so long. All right, there are few species of lizards, sorry, let me move me, that look similar to snakes because they don't have legs. And so to identify whether it is a snake or a lizard, you need to check and see if the animal has eyelids or external ear holes. If yes, then it's a lizard. If not, it's a snake. So I have this video I'm going to show you, and we're going to look at the difference between the two. See if you can tell the difference, okay? All right. You may see a lizard frequently sticking its tongue out and in, and they do it to smell. So they stick it out so they can smell and taste the air that's around them. And that's how they can fill their environment. Many people think that a chameleon changes change color to camouflage with their surroundings and protect themselves from predators. It's not entirely true. They change color according to their mood, temperature, health, communication, and light. It is a visual signal to other animals, either to attract a mate or to tell another chameleon that it needs to get out of its territory. That's interesting, right? Lizards have a special adaptation to save themselves from predators, and it's called autotomy. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Autotomy. We're going to hear it in the video, so I probably pronounced it wrong. Go with the video. Autotomy is the behavior where an animal sheds or discards one or more of its own appendages, usually as a self-defense mechanism to elude a predator's grasp or to distract the predator and then escape. Also, an appendage is like an arm or a leg or a tail. So if it feels that it's in danger, it's going to just detach an appendage, which is an arm, a leg, or a tail. And so that's its defense. So if a predator has it by its leg, it's just going to detach itself. The predator can have its leg, but it's going to take off the other way. So kind of a unique thing for a lizard to have, and then the lizard can escape. Also, lizards can shed their tails off. A new tail will grow, but it will be thinner and less colorful than the original tail. I feel like lizards' tails are very fragile too. I don't know if any of you guys go and catch lizards in the hills, or if you are down in St. George and you guys catch lizards down there. Me and my kids have many times, and they're so fun to catch, but they do just either drop their tail or their tail does break off. So it is cool that it does grow back, but they obviously are very fragile, but doesn't hurt them. So kind of a cool thing. All right, many lizards eat insects and are called insectivores. Lizards are extremely valuable because they help to control the insect population. Let me move this so you can see this picture. That is a big egg going in that guy's mouth. Ooh. Okay, the lizard that eats small animals, they are called carnivores, and a few lizards eat plants and they are called herbivores. Some lizards eat both plants and small animals and they are called omnivores. So let's go over that one more time. So we have animals or lizards that eat small animals, so that's like they're meat eaters, so that would be a carnivore. And we have lizards that just eat plants and flowers, grasses, stuff like that. That's a herbivore. And then a lizard that eats both is an omnivore. So interesting that we have lizards that are all three, right? That do all three. Kind of cool. All right. So most female lizards lay soft shelled eggs, but few give birth to live young. So this one's cool. They're catching a ride on their mom's back. And there's one of our snake-looking lizards. So Greeks and Egyptians considered lizards a representative of knowledge, wisdom, and fortune. So lizards were very, very worshipped back then. They just thought that they knew it all, and they did lots of symbols with lizards, and they would do like their wall sculptings with lizards, and the word meant plentiful. So if you saw lizards on the wall, then there was plentiful on the land for Egyptians or Greeks. It's kind of cool. All right, some lizards can glide from the treetop to treetop. So they have a very thin membrane of skin that makes gliding possible. It acts like a parachute and it catches the air, and then this lets the lizard jump and just glide for distances. That's how they jump from treetop to treetop. These lizards belong to a genus or group called the Draco. Draco is a Latin word meaning serpent or dragon. So we're going to watch a little video about this. Okay, guess what we get to do? For an activity today, I thought it would be super fun you can make, let's see, let me get my paper. So Just to recap on the Draco lizard, it is able to glide from tree to tree using special wings that evolve out of its ribs. And these wings are pieces of skin and rib that can be spread out on both sides. So then therefore it kind of makes a wing. As the Draco takes off from its perch, it spreads out the wings and uses them to glide to another tree, sometimes up to 200 feet away. They don't flap the skin, so they don't fly like birds flap their wings. They just glide like a paper airplane. So I think it would be super fun in this activity if you guys want to make a really cool paper airplane. Keep it simple, keep it totally, you can go above and beyond with it, make it elaborate, however it works for you to make the paper airplane. And then if you have like a hula hoop or like even like a basketball hoop or something that you can make it glide through, I think that would be kind of a fun activity. Get your siblings involved, make it a fun activity, go outside if it's nice, make something that these airplanes can glide through and see who glides the furthest. See which kind of design makes it glide the furthest. What would be super cool is if you can even design a Draco like this lizard with its wingspan like that. Well, not wings, but its rib and skin span like that. Kind of cool, right? Would be a fun thing to do. Okay. All right, let's do a quick review. If you have a paper and pencil, go ahead and write in your answers. If you'd rather not, just say your answers out loud to whoever is by you, and if no one's by you, that's okay, just say them out loud. But I'm gonna go over a few things really quick just to make sure we learned enough about our reptile, the lizard. Okay, what type of animal is a lizard? I just said this one, hopefully you get it. Tell someone, write it down, whatever works for you. Okay, lizards are cold-blooded. What is the scientific term for that word? Remember, I think I said it twice in the beginning of this lesson because I felt like I said it wrong. It starts with an E. So hopefully you got that one. All right, next one. Do all lizards lay eggs? Yes or no? Do all lizards lay eggs? Yes or no? Okay. Next question. Can a lizard's tail break off? I told a story about this one. Hopefully you remember. So if it does break off, what is this called? Again, this is another word that I felt like I was not pronouncing right, but the video pronounced it correctly. Hopefully you remember. Okay, if the lizard's tail falls off, will it grow back? Will it be as strong if it does? Remember? Okay, and last thing, if I went too fast, you can just rewind and just pause after each question if you're writing these down. But last thing, name something interesting that you learned about lizards today that you didn't know. And then I want to know what that question was. So if you want, go ahead and send me your answers or send me that answer. You can just have your parents do a screenshot. They can send it to my email. That'd be awesome. I love to know what kind of questions or what things you guys learned that's new. It's exciting. So, all right, there's animal encounters for today and the awesome reptile that we learned about, the lizard. Hope this was informative. Hope it was a fun lesson, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.